Raj Misa here. In this video, we'll explore the ethics of editing. What is the beauty, or how do you personify the beautiful editing? So let's talk more about the story creation process and what it means, and specifically in terms of ethics. As we said, editing is all about constructing or reconstructing a reality to tell a story. That's quite a job, and needless to say, there's a lot of decisions that every editor must make in putting all of that together. So when you're editing a scripted program, you obviously wanted to make the best decisions to tell the story, but there aren't too many major issues that you run into with changing things and asserting your own creative license. So often the way the editors choose to adjust or decorate or enhance the story can bring better reality and deeper meaning to the scene at hand. So certainly you want to adhere to the vision of the piece, but the ethical considerations of fiction-based material are relatively slightly different. However, when you are editing unscripted material, things are quite a bit different. You're putting together a project that represents real people. You're giving them a voice and you're giving them a life. Other people will watch, learn, or form opinions about. So they even judge really, they need to consider what you edit. So there are various ways that you can change the shape or reality of as an editor. So many people out there in nearly all situations and others acceptable. There's a lot of possibilities that exist in the big middle gray area of editing. So our job as an editor is to make every second count. We don't necessarily want other people to understand it differently. We're going to help that person communicate their idea faster. We are going to keep the basic meaning the same. So you might notice there are jump cuts out there when you're editing or one scene to other scene, and there's lots of material out there. So what we will look at, the things of creating the genuine storytelling process. You have to show what other listeners are trying to understand. So we are going to take another look at the same exact edit which we have done in the live class, and we are going to incorporate some additional B-roll, and we'll add some images covering up all the jump cuts. So I want to examine what it does to add to the music. Mainly the visuals go well with the music, so we are not tired of watching those visuals. And probably if you're somebody who loves editing, there's so much to do, because every day, be it an action-packed sequence, you can see the visuals and music certainly add another dimension to the experience of whatever the edit process which you're working on. So if you're going to work on the visuals with the music, I'm going to show a different version of the same edit. So many people, when they work on the edit process, you can show the subtle side and you can find out what's really changing. So as editors, if we have the power to slap some B-roll and music over the sequence and present this entire thing as a reality, it will become an extreme thing. So imagine all the gray area that exists in between the scenes. When you're editing a documentary material, remember this, because much of the storytelling of the documentary film is found and shaped during the editing process. So all you need to make sure those moments represent a true depiction of your subject in terms of character development or in terms of character portrayal and also the storyline itself. So just take your job seriously, because it's going to be a big one. As an editor, you can change the entire process. So beautify or work on the ethics of editing all over. And I'll see you in the next video. This is Raj Misa. Take care.